Hey there gamers, this is Frax, the Malaysian Gamer. I'm here with Leo and we are going to give you guys an early look at Battlefleet Gothic Armada, which is a space-based RTS set in the Warhammer 40k universe, which I hear, Leo, you are an expert at.
No, I'm not an expert at this, but yeah, this is actually set in the 40k universe, as you said. But the difference here is the fact that this is actually based on a tabletop slash board game called the same. I think it's called Gothic Armada,
Yeah.
and basically you get to control some ships from the 40k universe. These ships are actually not, well, how do I put this? They're not actually seen a lot in the universe itself. Like they're
Yes.
mentioned, they are actually, what you call it? They're actually talked about. There are pictures about them, but you rarely actually see what they look like in the actual 40k universe.
Yeah.
The reason is because these ships are actually huge and actually, pretty rare to see in terms of what they are. Most of the time, they're just like background assets and stories that actually are mentioned in the lore. But with this game and also the board game, you actually get to see what they look like. And I think once we get into the gameplay, you can actually see roughly what they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I must add a sort of like a newbie sort of opinion about this thing. I think most people who know about Warhammer 40k, they probably know about the figurines and the tabletop tactics game, which is the land-based combat. They don't really know much about the space-based stuff of the
Yeah.
Battlefleet
Yeah.
Gothic game actually. So this is pretty new for a lot
Yeah.
of, I think, people on Steam and stuff. This is a PC game actually. It's on Steam. It should be coming out in March. I believe its full retail price is RM 75. I think there's a bit of a pre-order bonus,
Which is actually quite cheap if you think about it.
yeah, it's
Which will
not
explain why.
a full scale triple A game sort of $60 pricing here. So it's a pretty good entry actually, and I don't really know when the game is coming out, but the Steam store page says that it's coming out in March. It may actually get delayed though, because there's still quite a lot to actually be added into the game actually. So I don't know whether they can make the March sort of release date actually. So with that being said, let me just give you guys a rundown of like what are the different components of the game. Basically, different modes, game modes. So you have a campaign mode, of course. You can't really run away. Actually, you can actually. There are a lot of games that really just focus on multiplayer these days. So good news, actually, Battlefleet Gothic Armada actually has a proper single player campaign. It's not. I believe it's not in the beta version yet, because I think I played like one mission only in the campaign. The full game will have like a proper sort of campaign. I think it is set from the viewpoint of the Imperium Navy versus the
Yeah.
Chaos, basically. That's the main campaign, really. The Imperium versus the Chaos, and there's also solo
Not
skirmish.
not
Yep.
really, not really, because this is actually based on a book called the Gothic War or the Black Crusade, which is what the board game is actually based on back in the day.
Right.
That this is just basically a bit of lore and a bit of explanation what's actually going on. So if you're a person who actually has followed 40k quite closely, you might actually recognize the storyline and the campaign itself in the actual what do you call it, the single player skirmish mode. Um, Overall, you don't actually just fight chaos. You actually encounter orcs as well, and also Eldar.
Right.
The two other factions play differently because if you know the orcs, they're very rambunctious, they're very crazy, and they do a lot of crazy stuff. They can also breathe in space, which is weird. And then you have the Eldar, which is more like quick hit and runs. They can summon like really crazy ships and so forth. And then of course you have the chaos, which is like you got the different alignments, which is the gods that
Right.
they actually worship and all that. So each one has like a particular effect on the ships, and all this is actually what you get in the multiplayer as well. You get to like customize your ships and so forth,
Right.
and change a lot of stuff. Yeah, uh, but the thing is, this game is big. From what I understand, from what I can actually see, because I played a little bit more than you did for the campaign.
Right.
Is that you start in one sector, but then you expand into other like systems, and it's kind of weird to explain this, but the whole entire thing is set in this place called the Gothic sector, right? You start there, and you can expand out into various different parts of that sector.
Okay.
And the more you control, the more benefits you get, and then the more micromanagement you have to actually do in the campaign mode. So it's not like how should I put this? It's not like a Total War game where you have a really straightforward way of doing it. You know, just run the whole entire thing, and then pray nothing happens. In this
Right.
campaign mode so far, I've noticed that you get a lot more frequent attacks from the various races, and then you get rebellions as well from the Imperial so-called ruling. Like people are not happy
Mhm.
with the way you guys run business, and then they rebel. It's actually quite interesting, and I don't think I should talk too much about it because once you get the game, you actually get the full experience.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah. We sort of let you guys sort of discover the cool
Yeah.
surprises and neat story of the game. Um, so having said that, actually, on top of that, there's also solo skirmishes and multiplayer. So we are going to look into multiplayer in this beta because the beta version really has more of the multiplayer portion in rather than the campaign actually. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, the campaign is just levels in space, right? It is the space RTS. It doesn't have an overarching sort of strategy like a Total War game, right?
It does.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, it does. Like I said, you start with one section of the sector.
Okay.
You basically control that, and then the idea is you're supposed to expand into other sectors and control the entire Gothic region. And what happens is, as time progresses, you'll face more and more chaos units, chaos ships, and so forth. Planets will be taken, and you have to retake them. It's basically playing out the entire novel. Like I
I
said, this is actually
see.
based on a book, yeah, which is based in the same universe. And your job is to be the admiral of the Imperium, what do you call it, the Navy,
Okay.
and your job is to make sure that you win every single naval combat. And then for the ground forces, like people who retake planets, that's up to the Space Marines, aka the Astartes, the what do you call it, the crazy godlike super soldiers. Their
Yep.
job is to do that. Imperials basically are there to transport them from one place to another and provide support.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't know whether it's going to be in the game or not, but hopefully they actually mention stuff about Titans, because that is actually part of the lore as well. I won't explain too much about that because you don't really see them. Just
Okay.
imagine giant robots being carried by these gigantic ships. The what do you call it? The Armada
Okay.
spaceships.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, okay, let's just jump into multiplayer now. Because
Yeah.
we've talked a lot about this game actually without actually showing much about the game. So,
Yeah, there's nothing much to show yet, but if you play like a little bit of the campaign, you can see like what they're trying to do.
okay. So, we are going to show multiplayer and not the campaign actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we you know, the fact is they actually added progression as well to the ships. So as time progresses, you can actually upgrade your weapons, upgrade your ship abilities, you know, their HP, their crew and skills and all that. So there's actually different ways to play it.
You mean this is in the multiplayer?
Yeah, you can customize the ship names as well, so you can
Yeah,
call
yeah,
like
yeah.
different ships,
Okay, I
various
think
different
we'll
names.
we'll just show that.
Yeah.
Okay, so the multiplayer actually has four factions. We have the Imperial Navy, the Chaos, the Orc Pirates, and the Elder Corsairs. The beta only has the Imperial Navy and the Chaos unlocked. I'm going to pick the Imperial Navy, and I've already built I already have an admiral because I played this once before. So okay, loading time. You are picking the Chaos faction, I believe,
Yeah, playing Chaos.
but you can actually pick Imperium as well, right? So you can actually
Yeah,
have an
yeah. There's
Imperium
no.
versus.
Yeah, correct. You're not limited to what you play basically for multiplayer. It's just that for beta we only have 2 factions to play with.
Yeah, I mean, my point is that you can actually have an Imperium versus Imperium match as well.
Oh yeah, definitely. Even
Yeah,
in the campaign, like I said, when the planet or whatever goes rogue, you basically have to fly there and fight against an Imperium ship.
I see. Okay, okay, that's cool. So what's this first screen that we see here? This is a screen that allows us to pick the different ships that will be in our match, really. So I'm seeing a light cruiser, and it's a point-based system, so basically it's sort of similar to a Total War naval battle, because if you played Total War, especially the Empire and Napoleon Total War, which aren't uh, the most popular Total War games, but also I believe Shogun Total War is quite similar as well, because you have ships with cannons and broadsides, because the Battlefleet Gothic ships are really, they handle a lot like naval ships, naval battleships basically, with broadside cannons and stuff like that. But you don't have cannons, of course. You have lasers and missiles and stuff like that. So just like in Total War, you have a point system, so you can pick a larger ship, but you have less ships against the enemy, or you can pick smaller ships and you can actually have a lot more ships against your enemy, really. So is there anything you want to add here, Leo?
Um, well, basically, later on during gameplay, we get to show off like what we can do that you cannot do in like something like a Total War naval battle. I won't spoil it for now. We'll just do it when we get into the game.
Okay, so I am picking my units. So there's also stats and upgrades and stuff that you earn. I think this is the sort of the persistent stuff
Yeah,
that you're talking about.
yeah, the upgrades and so forth. If you click through it, you can see like you can upgrade your crew as
There
well.
are actually
Click on them, they
costs to
do a
it,
lot better.
which has this
Yeah,
green, is renown basically. You earn renown by winning battles, right?
yeah, it's basically your spending resource.
Yeah, sort of like an
If you click
experience
on
thing.
your favors tab, you can see that there's various different sort of like officers you can actually talk to. Each one of them offers you like a special ability. If you click on them, you can see what they do. The one is at the end of the far right, I think, for the Imperials is the Estatis. That is the Space Marines office. So you can actually get like Space Marine support. Have like Space Marines inside your ship, and then you can use that to do stuff
Board
with.
enemy ships, I believe.
Yeah, pretty much.
Terminator lightning strikes. Okay, so there's also skills which you can give to your ship, really. Also using the same renown points. Okay, I don't have enough renown points to actually spend on anything. Okay, so favors crews. What is this thing? What is this crew thingy actually?
Crew is basically a way for you to upgrade your performance of the ship. So
Okay.
if you hover over each of the different crew members, you get to see what they do. Like for example, you can see someone called the Master Gunner. So if you hover over the guy, you can read like, okay, this is what it does if you upgrade the guy. 20% more to maybe the range or attack rate of the ship, and so forth.
Okay, alright. So you can actually upgrade these dudes actually, also based on the renown point thingy.
Correct.
Okay.
Every faction is different. For example, for Chaos, I have the same types of crew members, except I have additionals, which is demonic presence or demonic influence. This one actually does something else. Like, there is something in the game I won't talk to you about yet, because it won't probably show it. We cannot even show it. It is actually in the tutorial. Basically, it allows you to control your ships better and make sure they don't actually rebel against your command. I guess that's the best way to put it.
I see.
And then you have cultists as well for the Chaos, where it actually improves your overall performance of your troops. These are the troops that actually, they use drop pods to invade other ships and board them and take over. And also you have slaves, which are like the people who run the ships. They actually make sure that your guns fire or your abilities fire faster and so forth.
Okay, so what is this escort ships actually? You have the light cruisers and escort ships. These are like smaller, cheaper ships, is it?
More or less, those are the ships where they use as cannon fodder. If you ever played like any, let's say a tabletop game or a board game where there's a bit of combat, if the enemy has like slightly more points than you do, you can actually borrow somebody's units to like match their points, and this will create the even numbers type of situation. There are like situations where you can do that, and this is one of them, where if, for example, you cannot send in you're facing a guy who has a bigger fleet, you can actually use escort ships to replace the numbers that you don't have, and have like a pretty decent fight.
Right. That makes sense actually. Okay, so the thing now is that I believe you still can't invite anyone, right? Can you invite me on your side?
No. Unfortunately, there's no way for us to do invites. We have to try and do like a matchmaking thing. Hopefully there's no one else playing the game right now, so when we click on the button, and then we'll actually end up being in the same match together.
Yeah, this may take a couple of tries, so I might actually cut the video right here so that you don't actually see us actually jumping into the wrong game or failing to connect to each other's game. So hopefully it's first time lucky. Okay, so we finally managed to actually find each other in a match. We actually played a previous match before this with some random stranger. So
yeah, random people.
Yeah. And I actually lost actually, so
I won my fight. I managed to managed to actually upgrade something in the favor of one of the Chaos Gods. So this is actually good for us because I can show you like what the customization is. You might have to zoom into my ship when we fight each other. I think there's a way to like not kill each other outright. So we'll fly to the middle of the map, and then once we get there, we'll slow down, put to a halt. Set your weapons to close range, but do not engage, and then we'll have like a one-on-one.
Okay, sure. I'm hitting ready.
The AI actually can take over the game for you. You can actually set to just play by itself, and then you just watch. But that's kind of boring. So yeah, we won't do that.
Okay, so I am going to. Okay, I'm ready.
Yeah, me too.
Ship ready.
So, like I said, we just fly to the middle. Don't think too much.
Changing course.
The other thing about this game is that you can set your
underway
ships to like full burn, and fly straight ahead. This is similar to
Setting course.
Shogun, the Fall of the Samurai, where you can actually set your ships to overdrive, and they literally just overheat their engines to get to where they need to get to. As for this one, it's actually burning a lot of fuel.
Okay, how do I actually stop them from firing?
Like I said, set the range to 3,000 for both ships, or whatever ships you have.
Okay, all ships set to 3,000.
Yeah.
At your command.
And then, can you see the...
Yeah, I think you better stop your
the
ship
HUD?
right there.
They're fine. Can you see something called hold fire, which is like a hand symbol?
I don't see any hold fire actually.
Yeah, that's up there. Okay, it's above your HUD. You look down on the bottom left where there's a radar, and then you look across to the right hand side.
I found it.
Yeah.
Cease
Then
fire.
there's something called hold fire, so you click on that, and then it won't fire
All guns. Fire at will.
until you turn it off.
Okay.
So there's a few
Yes,
ways of
Admiral.
setting it, like cancel order, which is you stop attacking something or whatever. Remember to set all your ships to like hold fire.
Yep. Hold fire already.
Yeah. If anyone
Enemy
actually
ship
played
sighted.
Total War, not Total War. Holy crap, man! Did a car back into your garage or your living room?
No,
That
it's
was
by the
really
side-
loud.
By the side of the my room actually.
Oh god. Okay. So what you can see here is actually one of my ships, fully upgraded. Well, not fully upgraded, just upgraded with one particular function, and
hit
it
my
has. I know.
Yeah. Thanks a
Another
lot,
thing
man.
about this game is that, yeah, there is collision in the game. You can actually ram an enemy and destroy them
Yep.
if your ship is actually equipped with equipment that can actually do that. So my ship actually can do that because it's equipped for barraging and attacking at close range. It actually rewards me for doing stuff like that. So yeah, another car. So can you have a good look at my ship? Like, this is one example of a ship where it's aligned to Chaos, one of the Chaos Gods. This is the one that actually has no
Enemy
alignment
ship
yet.
sighted.
Wait, the one that you are
another
flying
strategy.
in now, or the one that's right
That's
behind
a
you?
plain one. The
Oh.
one that's actually flying in is the plain one without any what do you call it? Alignment. Yeah, allegiance. Sorry, allegiance. So a tactic is basically ramming enemy ships as well. As you saw, like I just touched him a little bit, and it took out a lot of its armor, hull points. Yeah, maybe you should show like the ability to actually target like specific parts of the ship.
Okay, so if I click on your ship, there's a little bunch of icons down here where you can specifically focus on generators. Oh, thanks man, seriously, fucking hell, thanks, okay. Jeez.
I gave you a little kiss.
Yeah. Focus on weapons, engines, and the deck.
Yeah.
Okay, so what
If
does
you
the deck do?
switch the deck, basically all your abilities. You see the one on the bottom right corner. If you take out the deck, all those abilities basically get disabled.
Okay, it makes sense because you need people
Your orders?
to actually do those
Give
special
orders.
abilities. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so
There's actually like bonuses where you can actually upgrade your ship
Awaiting orders.
to not need the deck to actually use abilities. Chaos actually has that. I think the Orcs also get that as well. But
I
yeah,
see.
pretty much.
Okay.
This is my ship floating right now. I'm not actually doing anything. It's banging into your
Ship
your
ready.
cruiser.
Yeah, it's really close to my ship.
Bang. So you can see like the effects, like collision and all that. It's all in the game. Pretty cool actually.
At your command.
Yep. I forgot to mention actually. Wait, what did you do?
Nothing. I didn't do anything. It's just like banging and literally leaning on your ship right now.
Oh, I don't see anything actually.
My really?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can
yeah,
see
it's-
from my side. It's like slightly leaning on your ship.
Okay. I think there is. There might be a bit of a visual, like sort of a multiplayer bug. Really, it doesn't. You see different stuff. Because my ship is currently just really close to your ship, but they're not really touching.
Oh really? Mine's touching. I can see it actually, like leaning on each other.
I see.
like the ships are giving each other a nice hug.
Oh, okay. Mine doesn't.
Yes,
do that.
Admiral.
Yeah, actually I forgot to mention actually when we started this video, Battlefleet Gothic Armada is actually running on Unreal Engine 4. So it looks really nice on the highest setting, which I believe I'm not running it on the highest because I don't have a top of the line graphic card. Actually it might work actually. From what I heard is that the Unreal Engine is
it doesn't
yeah,
it doesn't
pretty
actually do like a system hardware ending. Another fact that we have to point out is this is not 3D, soft 3D. It's 3D, but it's a flat plane that we're fighting on. There's no vertical or horizontal. It's just horizontal only.
Yep.
So it's a flat plane, and it's actually a lot better that way.
Okay, I think you better
this is actually
move your ships far away a little bit.
I would just kill the shutter. We can
Ship
do that.
ready.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Changing course.
You wanna kill the
No,
shutter?
I
Oh my
am.
god!
Your orders.
Yep, go ahead.
It's like
man,
collision.
seriously.
It's like pushing. Ah!
All guns. Fire
System
at
on.
will.
I'm gonna melt your ship.
Engines hot.
Systems off.
At
Cross.
your command.
Yeah. As you can see, the battles are actually quite. You can
Helm
actually
coordinates acknowledged.
set the game so that it
Awaiting
actually
orders.
has like certain scenarios. I'm gonna
Oh,
ram
crap.
into the ship
Yep.
and take it off.
Well done, man.
So
Seriously, well done.
I
Aerial
can do that.
escort destroyed.
So most of the ships are actually quite maneuverable as well. As you saw just now. Oh my shit, you lightning strike. Wow, okay, that's something. I can do it as well, you see? Mine's worse.
Ship ready.
Okay, that's nice.
Alright, gonna take this guy out. So we're having a duel right now.
At your command.
Set the recon, I don't need this.
Orders received.
Let's fight this guy out again. When your ships become like severely damaged, you can actually
Understood.
do like repairs to stop them from actually taking
Helm
more
coordinates acknowledged. Course
damage. Like,
plotted.
strike failure, work.
Oh, there's a fire
If you
on
don't know
board.
what lightning
Changing
strike
course.
is, yeah, mine has fire. So it's gonna
Helm coordinates acknowledged. Yes, Admiral.
This is not really the most technical space battle
Engines
I've
hot.
played actually. It's more like let's just fire
Understood.
everything we have.
Ah! Oh, okay,
Awaiting
that's-
orders. Engines hot.
I'm gonna focus fire on one
Your
target.
orders.
Oh, great.
Took a one.
The flagship
Oh,
has been
shit.
destroyed.
Oh, when that ship blew up, it actually hit my ship and blew up my ship as well.
Oh, that's pretty
Understood.
cool.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying.
But I
actually.
think it doesn't
Because
have
right
the
now,
proper animations in for that.
Orders
I'm
received.
gonna charge right past you. Ah, run!
Course plotted.
Oh great, that was a misfire.
Underway.
Oh yes. Now,
Setting course.
Alright, I'm actually moving my units.
Changing
my
course.
unit out of range, so I don't get hit so much. I'm
Helm
building a lot of
coordinates
fuel trying
acknowledged.
to do it, and looks like your fuel is actually almost ready.
Wait, what is this execute thing? What's happening? I'm gonna
Oh!
Explode.
Why did you blow up your ship? Why did you blow up your ship?
No, I didn't hit anything. I don't know what I did. I see a cutscene.
What the hell is this? You entered the warp? Yeah, you entered the warp. I think you basically retreated. I didn't blow up your ship, I can tell you that now. But
Or
I
maybe the
think you
timer
activated
ran
the warp.
out. Did the timer run out?
No.
I didn't
I
do
won.
anything.
Did you
Seriously.
win?
No, I'm defeated.
Yeah. So there you go. Oh man, my ship is on
That was
fire.
pretty cool. It would be much cooler if I knew what the hell was actually happening actually.
I think what you did was your ship decided to actually evacuate the area and did a warp jump.
Right. So actually, you're
Yeah.
saying that there's a bit of a morale sort of mechanic
Yeah.
where your ships
Basically,
can actually run away if they want to.
yeah, they can choose to actually lead the battle. Like in Total War, you know, you have those morale situations where your
Yeah.
units are like dying nonstop, and then they like retreat, and you can't do anything. You cannot rally them. This one, it's where the captain of the ship decides that, okay, my fucking admiral has no idea what the hell he's doing. I think it's time to run.
Right.
In that moment, you can choose to execute the current captain, and then when you do that, after you executed the captain, you can actually commandeer the ship and reappoint another person as captain. When you do that, there's a chance that you lose certain upgrades and abilities, but it's better than losing the whole ship.
Okay. So you want to try another match?
Yeah, we can try again.
Or should I
I
turn
earned a bit of
to-
renown.
Should I change to chaos though?
Should you change to chaos? No, I don't think you should. Maybe, I don't know. It's up to you.
I haven't tried chaos though.
Yeah, you can try it. I can switch over from chaos to imperial. I have not actually played imperial yet,
Okay,
so that'll be interesting.
yeah, I'll switch to chaos. Hopefully we get a match made. Yeah.
All right, here we go. I like the game overall. Like, I think that it's actually quite entertaining for what it has to offer. But I still think that it has a lot of polishing to do. It's not entirely complete yet.
Yeah, I think it's not polished yet, but basically as you said, it's a bit buggy as well. I actually experienced certain things where after selecting some special abilities, like it sort of deselects the units. It shouldn't do that actually. You should be able to actually control your units.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, so we are going to start searching for each other right now.
Wait. I need to set up my shits first. Basically, I'm just saying. Alright, let's try this. So, ready?
Okay, hold on. Let's search this in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, I'll find you. Okay, so my game crashed just now. So I restarted the game and we've managed to connect to each other. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm going to pick a couple of ships. Oh, okay. I believe the chaos ships are much more expensive.
Yeah, they're a little bit more expensive.
Yeah, I noticed that I can only pick 2 ships, while if I played the Imperial, like you're playing now, you could actually pick 1 escort ship.
A little bit more.
Yeah,
Yeah, because the ships are actually smaller compared to the chaos ships.
I see. Okay, so I am hitting ready. Did I just hit ready? I did, right? Are you still picking your ships?
No, I'm ready. I'm waiting for you.
Oh, okay. It's loading now.
Mm. So basically, every time when we go into battle, you get like a. It's not really anything amazing to talk about, but you get like a bird's eye view or panning of all your ships.
Yeah, it's the sort of the same Total War thing.
Yeah. Alright.
I am ready.
Yeah, ready.
For the dark gods!
Okay, it'll be interesting to see what I can do.
Engines hot!
The what do you call it? The Imperial ships are more maneuverable
follow your
compared
command.
to the
For now.
Chaos ships. Chaos ships are very like big and unsteady.
So,
Setting course!
moving on. Okay, where's your units anyway?
Flying towards you very slowly. Flying
We're
towards you.
unstoppable! Moving to those coordinates! For the dark gods! Tremble, for chaos comes! Ready eternally! We've sighted an enemy ship!
Okay, so I've just hit the tactical cogitators, which are it's basically a space bar which sort of slows down time. Like both you
Yep.
and the enemy actually sort of have a certain amount that you use, and sort of, as soon as you stop this thing, like you've lost all that time you have to pour away. It's pretty useful actually to actually
Just show us something to kill!
Your tactics. Imagine what the hell just happened there. All the ships sort of really quickly move.
Yeah, I flanked you.
Return to normal function! Command
Wow, I'm
me!
getting bombarded. Let's miss this one.
Break them in mind and body!
Alright, so I took down your weapons, and I'm gonna basically focus fire like that. Oh shit! And you actually get the
For the ruinous powers! We'll follow your command! For now!
Alright, load and load. So one of your
Ready,
ships is actually
eternally.
pretty low right now. And the depth as well, it's not pretty bad. Okay, that ship is suffered heavy damage.
Engines hot! Just show us something to kill!
And I think the next scope ship is gonna get blown up soon.
Your orders!
And yes,
One of our ships is gone! Setting course! We're unstoppable!
gotta use mine.
Tactical
So
cogitators
every time when
engaged!
we use this, you know, that bar actually does it actually refresh itself, or it doesn't refresh?
It never does. It never does.
Okay. Let's do that. Like, rotate my weapon. Weapons are down again. And this time.
Your orders!
Oh shit.
Command me! Tear them apart!
The shields are actually saving you right now. Oh wow, when you actually do like a repair, it does
Tremble,
actually
for
replenish
chaos
your HP.
comes!
So repairing is actually a good
Oh,
idea.
great.
You can also use your enemy's ship carcass to basically cover your own ships from enemy attacks. So you can actually fly into like their you know, destroyed carcasses and block shots. There is a bit of skill shots in this game as well.
I see. Okay. So
Yeah. There's a lot of tactics involved, pretty much, and a lot of strategy.
yeah, I think it shows a lot of promise, the game, but there's a lot of rough edges for them to. They need to actually solve, really. So
Yeah.
it's based on some pretty solid foundation, really, based on I don't know how much of the rule set from the actual tabletop game actually is translated to this game.
Not much, to be honest.
Yeah, this is more like Total War sort of naval
it's
battle.
inspired. It's inspired by what happened in the board game. For example, the combat and the ships are actually from that board game. But in terms of the rules and everything, only the campaign has like slightly, I guess, like more similarities. But when it comes down to the actual game itself, it's its own game. It has no similarities in terms of its abilities and whatnot. You still get like the lightning strike and the boarding and all that, but you cannot customize the way your ships function. They are very static. Like every ship handles the same. Every ship has boarding. Every ship has like repairing and all that stuff.
I see.
Yeah.
You know, I'm looking at my ship, right? This is the one thing that annoys the hell out of me. I think I told you this before.
What's that?
It's like it's showing the carcass of my ship, my damaged ship from the previous battle with you, and it's basically burning in space.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the thing is, oxygen is actually coming out of the ship itself, so that's why it's burning. But when it reaches like space and all that, it doesn't actually burn anymore. You can see like the ship is still functioning, but it's like burning and everything. Everything's exploding.
Yeah, I suppose you could rationalize it that way actually, but it's still pretty weird.
Yeah. Well, if you look in the what you call it, the space port, for the Imperial, there's like sparks coming out of a space station.
Yeah.
In space, you don't get sparks. But unfortunately, this thing, sparks. I don't know why.
yeah.
Like the sparks are actually falling down, like from the station and all that. Like, how come it's falling down? There's no weight in
There's no
space,
gravity,
and there's no
there's
oxygen
nothing
to burn.
actually.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like, there's little things like that which I find a bit funny as well.
Yeah. So anyway, I think that'll be it for our first early look video. So final thoughts, Leo?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think this is actually a good step, for this franchise, because, like I said, it's like one of the more obscure and unpopular games currently available. Unless you you have friends who actually play it and introduce you to it, you probably won't even know about this, and you probably think that, oh yeah, it's original IP and all that. It's not really. It's, like I said, based on another tabletop / board game. On top of that, if you want to know something really interesting, there is actually a Star Wars game and a Star Trek game that is similar to this, and it's actually based on the old 40k Armada
Rule set.
board game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's actually based on that, and no point going into detail because it's like a whole different subject. But there are actually those available right now, so if you can actually take a look, you might get an idea of how this actually got conceptualized. But yeah, that's basically my thoughts.
Okay, so I think the game is pretty cool. It takes some good ideas from the less great Total War games, except for Shogun, of course, or Shogun 2, and it sort of does its own thing in a universe that we haven't really seen much space battles in Warhammer 40k, at least in the PC game front, really. So I think it's offering something new and fresh. It remains to be seen whether they can polish it up in time for release. and actually I'm really looking forward to the campaign because I'm more of a single player campaign dude. So yeah, that's my opinion of it. I hope that they polish it up further. So that's our first early look. We hope to do a lot more previews and videos on unreleased games or early access games. Those won't be sort of narrated and edited sort of like my what is videos. I think I've explained that already. So yeah, it will be more off the cuff sort of recording like this. So I hope you enjoyed it. I think there's room for improvement. If you have any feedback or suggestions, just sound off in the comments below. If you want us to actually focus on particular games that you're excited about, I know I've had actually, Leo, I've had requests for people that want me to play Overwatch, and I actually have the beta for that. So I think that'll be my next early look video. But the Overwatch is such a complicated game because there's so many different characters. So
You don't have to talk about every single character. You can just talk about like the overall gameplay itself.
I don't plan. I don't
similarities
plan to Team
Yeah.
Fortress 2.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't plan to actually cover every single thing. It's not a guide or anything like that. Just to give an idea about what the game is about. So
yeah.
Yep, so thanks for joining me on this early look, Leo.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, so that will be it for me today. Good night. I will see you in the next video.